for business in 1994. We're on the air from Progressive Field in Seatown, Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's an American League Central Division matchup between the Kansas City Royals and the Cleveland Indians. I'm joined by Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Dan will see a Major League debut on the mound in this one.
Anytime you're making your Major League debut, particularly starting a game, I'm sure there's some anxious moments going on. One of the keys for every young pitcher is to not try to be better than you were in the minor leagues. Go out. The mound is still 60 feet 6 inches away. The big key, make sure you continue to pound the strike zone.
Indians baseball now. Andres Santiago steps on the rubber today for his first Major League start. Dan, what do you got on him?
Well, I think the big key, Matt, is just going to be able to control the butterflies. You can only make your first start one time, and a lot of emotions, a lot of things are going through your mind when you're taking your warm-up pitches. Hopefully he can settle down, control that heartbeat, as they say, breathe in, breathe out, try to enjoy the first big league experience. It's not an easy thing to do to pitch as a rookie, but one of the things you have to do is use the positives. The opposing team has never faced you. You can't be afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. Establish your pitches and try to work quickly.
First pitch, 110.
This is flared out towards second. And there's one down now. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matty, I'm going to be looking to see if that guy in the 7th spot can continue to stay hot. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
So now to the plate, Joe Black. He'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. The windup and the 0-1. And a check swing here, appeal down to third, but Matthew Ross says he held up, ball one. Here comes the 1-2. Game time temperature just a tick under 50 this afternoon, 49 degrees here at first pitch. And that's a swinging strike three in the dirt. Humphreys recovers, makes the throw to first, 2 down. So to get his day started at the plate, Homer Webster comes in hitting just a hair below 300 this season. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Ortiz will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Cody Hall is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Kansas City. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Into the box, Gordon Landry. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Landry.
Here it comes. And this is taken outside for ball one. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They come out of the gate slowly. Just one of their first 4 have been wins.
Yeah, guys, yesterday's loss was a tough one. A 1-run loss. Hopefully they were able to just acclimate themselves to the city, get a chance to hit the streets, maybe regroup a little bit, and show up today ready to go.
1-1 the count. Now here's the pitch. Liner towards second. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
Summer.
To the plate now, Dean Summers. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
And this is what happens when a power hitter is at the plate. You don't want to give him anything in the zone, and sometimes that leads to those tough-to-handle wild pitches. There's a chance they just put him on first now to avoid him doing any real damage.
Here it comes, 1-0.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
High and wide, 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. Side, but it's well foul. Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. Landry is on his way home, and he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Batting first, the center fielder, Gregorio Ortiz.
In now, Gregorio Ortiz as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
The 2-0 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
I guess their scouting reports on this guy were dead on because it's already 2-0 in the early going, and they're having absolutely no trouble seeing him here. On the other side, they're very quickly looking at a game that they're going to have to fight back in.
Standing in now, Derek Shaw, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here. The 1-0. Ortiz leads off second with nobody out. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
I know he's been struggling early, but that pitch right there, well executed changeup. If he can mix that in, maybe he hangs around for a little while longer.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted down the line in left, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. Grounder down the line at third. And there's one away. And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
At the plate now, Marcel Montano. Fouled away. Still only one out in the inning. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now. Montano, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. This is his first year at the big league level. You won't see a guy fooled any more than he was there, as on 3 pitches he becomes out number 2. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Into the box now, Kirby Ellis, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Here comes the 1-0. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
The 1-1.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Here now the 2-2. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Black will put this one away, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. The Indians lead it 2-0. Leading off the inning, it'll be Adrian Ferreira, and they could use a spark from him here.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
Here's the first pitch. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Paul is making his debut on the mound today, as we've mentioned. This performance in this one could be a good barometer as to whether he's ready to deal with major league hitters at this point in his career.
There's no doubt about it, man. I think they're looking for a shot in the arm. If this guy can produce the same kind of results early on like he did through his minor league career, I don't see any reason why he can't be a very important part of this starting rotation.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians' defensive setup today. And over at first base in this one today is the guy that can pick it with the best of them. And I can't overstate that enough. As a former middle infielder, when you could close your eyes and throw it over to first base knowing it was getting picked out of the grass or picked out of the dirt, man, what a comfortable feeling.
Stepping in now, Mitchell Bonner. 1 ball, no strikes the count. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
It goes to show you you'll take location over velocity any day. That pitch didn't light up the radar gun, but you can't do anything with that as a batter when it's executed in such a good spot.
The 1-1 home. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the 1-2. Down the left field line and deep, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Into the box, TJ Mercer, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded softly down the line toward first. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Ready with another 0-2. Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. Royals go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. Ready now is Evan Brenner.
Leading up for the Indians, the right fielder.
Here's the
Evan
first pitch to him.
Brenner.
As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Down.
And he fouls this one off. And a changeup swung on and missed for the 1st out.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you can spot your pitches there and advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
So now to the plate, J.P. Humphries, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. The 1-0.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And this is taken in for the 2nd out.
Batting 9th, the 3rd baseman, Clayton Janeway.
Now to the plate, Clayton Janeway. First pitch on the way.
1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Chased a bad one there, 1-1.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And another foul ball. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Reyes gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Striding in is Peter Wynn. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now here's the pitch. 3rd inning underway now as a curveball misses here to start things out. It's 1-0.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Grounded back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Teddy Jefferson.
Next to stand in is Teddy Jefferson. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's the ball.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the right fielder, Benny Royal.
Next, it'll be Benny Royal. Now the first pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. KC down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Gordon Landry. He collected a base hit his first time up.
Gordon Landry.
Now the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
The windup and the 0-1. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. But this is right at him in right field, as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Dean
Getaway day here on a Wednesday
Summer.
afternoon as you get a look at the upcoming schedule for the weekend and into the first part of next week. Stepping in once again is Dean Summers. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip. First offering on its way. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Curveball taken for a strike on the inside.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Swing hard liner to left center. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there. Way to break up the rhythm. That was almost 8 in a row. This guy was starting to get his bearings about him on the mound. Had to break it up.
To the plate now, Gregorio Ortiz. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Summers leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Spin and a throw back to second, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. High in the air out to center field. Reyes is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Derek Shaw.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Derek Shaw, grounded out in his last at-bat. First pitch on the way, and there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
And there's ball one. Hits this one hard the other way. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. One left for the Tribe. They're up 2-0. So the Royals batting order turns over and set to go. Julian Reyes back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Now here's the pitch. Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. Gone to lead off the inning, and good for him. Julian Reyes has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
And now, Joe Black. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
All the makings of a big inning right here. One already left a yard, and the power hitters are coming up.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Hit on the ground to third. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
At the plate now, Homer Webster. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. One run, just one hit, and no errors so far for the Royals. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. Here comes the 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up. Janeway shading to his right. 2 gone.
Up next for the Royals, the first baseman, Adrian Ferreira.
So here's the cleanup hitter. Adrian Ferreira flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
2 out, nobody on. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
Back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
At the plate, Mitchell Bonner. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here it comes, 1-0. That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Here comes the 1-2 down the third baseline. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled that coming, turned and burned.
Mercer.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Standing in now, T.J. Mercer, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set. The 0-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. One and 2. Here it is. And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Welcome back to Progressive Field in Cleveland as we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in the rookie outfielder, Marcel Montano.
Marcel.
First pitch of the AB on its way. As he'll send a ground ball down to third. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Man, this one is hard to figure. Makes the play on the ball and the transfer look good. Then he just sails this thing way over the first baseman's head into the stands. Bad news, it's an E5. The good news, some fan just snagged a souvenir.
Into the box now, Kirby Ellis fouled off. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. 3-1 now.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Now the payoff pitch home. Montano stands at second with no outs. popped up. Jefferson is over to take a look, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. There's ball 4.
Now batting, right fielder, Evan.
So now into the box is Evan Brenner, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
As he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. The 0-1 on its way. Now a chopper to first, might only get one. One there. On to first, not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call.
Up next for Cleveland, the catcher, J.P.
Next to hit, J.P. Humphries. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gone. He's set and the pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
With one out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
Comes set and the 0-1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind the count with guys on base.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for Cleveland, the third baseman, Clayton Janeway.
Next, it'll be Clayton Janeway. He flew out in his last AB. Now here's the first offering. Oh and 1 count. Here it is. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
No offer at the curve that time, and it's knotted up at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
2-2. Here it is. Fly ball out to right field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Indians strand a couple. They lead it 2-1. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Well, Matt, Royals manager Mike Matheny talked with me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production, and one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs, so the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading up for Kansas City.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Peter Wynn.
Now the first pitch. Peter Wynn is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. No walks so far. Here's the 3-2. And here's a strike 3 called. So still no walks on the ledger as that's the first out.
Flat out locked him up with a changeup right
Up
there.
next for the
Usually
Royals,
you're trying for a swing
the
and
third
miss when you
baseman,
throw that pitch in a
Teddy
2-strike count, but
Jefferson.
clearly he wasn't looking for it. So it's a backwards K for him.
So now to the plate, Teddy Jefferson, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground at the left side. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball.
Now
Nevertheless,
right
there are 2 away now.
Ready.
Good pitch right there to
Royal.
run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
Stepping in now, Benny Royal. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fooled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Slow roller down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And the pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder, Julian Reyes.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Into the box, Julian Reyes, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Runner goes for second. Strike taken to throw. Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
He picked a good pitch to run on at that time, and it really paid off. A changeup down in the zone is a really tough pitch for the guy behind the plate to catch and throw on, so he didn't stand much of a chance there.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Grounded down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
I guess that's what you call a one-man gang. Blasted a home run earlier in the game and gets the double this time around. If he can get a little help from his friends, they could do some serious damage.
At the plate, Joe Black, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. On the ground to the right side. Over to first, and that retires the side. A run for the Royals on the RBI double. On to the bottom of the fifth, and we are tied 2-2. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and standing in as the switch-hitting second baseman, Gordon Landry. First pitch on the way. And that misses, ball one.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
As we take a look at this one, you can see he puts a good swing on it, but I don't think he got on it just enough to put some backspin to get it out of here. But hard to complain about a well-hit double, though.
Standing in now, Dean Summers, and it's fouled away. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. Fouled away. Landry leads off second with nobody out. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2. Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Grounded to short. He's got it. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
The batter, the center fielder, Gregorio.
Striding in for the Indians, Gregorio Ortiz, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box. Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Two runs, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0. Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He can't get there as it falls in. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Now batting.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Into the box now, Derek Shaw. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2, using the slide step to try to control the running game.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Here's a look over to first, and he'll dive back in. Here comes the 1-2. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back in standing. From the belt, kicks and deals as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Swing and a liner. But this is going to hang up there just long enough to be taken in on the run in shallow left, and that ends the inning. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. All set for the start of the inning, and digging in is the rookie designated hitter, Homer Webster. First pitch of the AB now. No balls and a strike to count. Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that gets him on the mound. But he is able to recover as he gets the out at first. 1 away now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Adrian Ferreira.
At the plate now is Adrian Ferreira, singled in his last at-bat. First pitch of the AB on its way.
You have to understand, as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger on.
And he fouls this one off. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
So now here is Mitchell Bonner. Pitch on the way.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, even though this guy's a righty hitter, he's going to get pounded with that two-seamer. He needs to make sure he catches this thing out front if he sees that pitch again.
2-1 the count. On its way is pitch number 75. Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry, and that's off the left field wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, his team took the lead, and he's able to notch 2 outs, thinking he's going to shut him down here and preserve the lead. Not so fast. Batter comes up, laces a 2-out double, and is a base hit away from coming home to tie this thing.
Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he departs, he can't lose this ball game, but he is responsible for the runner at second, meaning it'd be a no decision if that run comes across to score. Daniel Nathan will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season.
Nathan.
So now to the plate, TJ Mercer, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. No hits to this point. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. The 0-2. And he's struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. We're back to Progressive Field in just a moment. Pablo Quintana will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his 3rd game this season. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and here comes the first baseman, Kirby Ellis.
For the Indians, the first baseman, Kirby Ellis.
And the pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
This guy's not wasting any time, right? Gets a first pitch fastball, and he flies out deep on the first pitch of the inning.
In now for Cleveland, Evan Brenner. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one. The Royals get some action in the bullpen going now as a left-hander starts to throw. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Reyes is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Up next for Cleveland, the catcher, JP Humphrey.
Now at the plate, here is J.P. Humphries. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First offering on its way. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams with 6 hits so far. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 3-2. New inning set to get underway, and next will be the first-year shortstop, Peter Wynn.
Peter Wynn.
Here it comes. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Set to deliver on 2-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Now to bat, Teddy Jefferson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. And it's 1-1.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
A ball and 2 strikes now. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. A leap, but this is out of reach and off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning. Everybody in the park, including me, was wondering if this thing was out of here when it left the bat.
Well, Matt, I thought it definitely had the height. It just didn't have the distance. The outfielder gives it a great effort, but it's just out of his reach. But he does get the ball back in quickly, holding him to a double.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. In now, Benny Royal, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. High drive deep down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball.
Well, the Royals have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Hit back toward the mound. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. And he will check in with his first extra base hit of the year. It's a double.
Now batting, the center fielder.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings. So that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Next to dig in, Joe Black. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Your attention, please. Now,
so with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Cristobal Leon.
And now the first pitch.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
A 1 pitch on its way.
That's a ball. Down 21.
Swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Strike 3 called, and that's a big out, number 1.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Homer Webster comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the stretch. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. And the go-ahead run is across to score.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals, Adrian Ferreira. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Fouled off.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And a swing and a miss there on a late-breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Royals 4 and the Indians 3. Now it'll be Clayton Janeway. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Clayton Janeway.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 home.
Count is 2 and 1.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Gordon Landry. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch of the AB now. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2-1 now to the Tribe's leadoff man.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Bonner will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Dean Summers.
Digging in here for a pivotal at-bat, Dean Summers. And he represents the potential go-ahead run. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? There's one, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Well, when you get a ground ball in a double play situation, you always want to turn it, but that was a tough hit to do it on. You don't want to rush and make a mistake and get no out, so that was a good job to at least get the runner going into second.
first pitch on the way. Gregorio Ortiz stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Fielded cleanly. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Indians leave one. Still down a run. It's 4-3. Leading off the inning, it'll be Mitchell Bonner trying to pad their lead here before the bottom of the inning.
Mitchell Bonner.
Tyrone Hicks has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 44, Tyrone Hicks.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball, that's kicked out.
The 1-0 home is in there for strike one. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, Captain.
Now the pitch. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Janeway waits on it. He's got it 1 away.
Up next for the Warriors.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Into the box, T.J. Mercer, as he will look at a first-pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Slapped hard the opposite way and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game.
Hey, look at this guy compete right there. Nice base hit. Are you kidding me? He had already had the hat trick. He was staring.
At the plate, Peter Wynn, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Hicks is a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the park. It's a rare day that someone takes him deep, which obviously makes him a very valuable commodity in the bullpen.
One of the things as a manager you want to do, you want to bring a reliever in and know that he can keep the ball in the ballpark, and this guy does a great job of that. He's near impossible to get the ball in the air to lift for a home run, and it's one of the reasons why he's a real effective relief pitcher.
And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Now back, first baseman, Danny Jefferson.
Stepping in now, Teddy Jefferson. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. One hit, one left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the eighth coming up. Royals out in front, 4-3. Curtis Sellers is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 30, Curtis Sellers.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring up the switch-hitting power threat, Derek Shaw.
Hitter, Derek Shaw.
He's set. Here it comes. As he'll take a look at ball one. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. The 1-1.
Outside, that's the ball.
And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Still 2-2. Here it comes. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering it pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Into the box now, Marcel Montano. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0 delivery. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
The count now at 2-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. 4-3 our score here as we play the eighth. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
So a big at-bat coming up, and it'll be Kirby Ellis. And a big at-bat here as he'd be the go-ahead run. From the stretch.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Three and 0 now. There's a strike as he gets this one over. It's 3-1 now. Montano stands at first with 1 out. Swung on but fouled off to the left. Yanked hard but foul to the right. The 3-2 one more time. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, to second for 1. But 1's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Definitely a risky and aggressive play from the pitcher there, but he made it work out. They've practiced plays like that a lot in spring training, so it paid off this time.
So here is Evan Brenner. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
Hey, I know the tying runs at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit softly on the ground to third. Barehanded at his knees. Got him. 1 left for the Tribe. Score holds at 4-3. All set to start the 9th in this one. And coming forward, the rookie outfielder, Benny Royal.
Benny Royal.
He's set and the pitch. Lays off 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
The center fielder.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Digging in now for Kansas City, Joe Black. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Daisuke Okada is called upon, and it's not for his usual role, just hoping to keep the deficit at 1 here. And now the first pitch. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. A pause, and the 0-2.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
So now to the plate, Homer Webster, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. Behind 0-2 now. Ready with the 0-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Nothing further in the Royals' 9th. Last chance coming up for the Indians. They trail by a run. It's 4-3. Lane Wright takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Now at the plate, J.P. Humphries. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9.
J.P. Humphries.
First pitch coming. Here it is, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Now the pitch. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it. 0-2.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off-speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
He's is ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here, 1-2. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager.
Now batting,
2 hitters, 2
baseman,
strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can
Landry.
do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Standing in now, Gordon Landry, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Slider laid off for a ball. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. And it misses. 3-1 now.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a 1-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
Here's the 3-1. Last strike now for Cleveland. And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
And now here is Dean Summers. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. As a look, now the pitch. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Landry, the runner at first with 2 gone. Quick check on that tying run at first. And a dive, but he's back in there. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset a closer can have is short-term memory. And this situation calls for it right here. He's got to forget that he has any traffic on a base pass and just attack the zone.
And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. A runner on first with 2 away. He's running. Pitch misses low. The throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Two and 1. Here it is. Swing and a liner. And hold everything, folks, as this is going to tie the ball game. Go to second, but he's in there as a run comes across to score on the play, tying the ball game.
center field.
Boy, Dero, talk about definition of clutch coming up in the ninth and delivering a game-tying RBI base hit.
Yeah, what a huge at-bat right there. As a former offensive player, these are the moments you live for. Runners in scoring position, bottom in the ninth inning, and you're able to come through for the team. Let's see if they can continue on.
At the plate now, Gregorio Ortiz, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. Pickoff move to second, and the runner back safely. Possible winning runs at second with two down, however. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Here's the 0-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Royal finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the ninth as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. So stepping in is Adrian Ferreira. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
First pitch on its way as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Obviously, it's pretty deflating when you blow a lead in the bottom of the ninth, and now you're still fighting in extra innings. But the fact is, the game is tied, and a win is still very much a possibility, so they have to play that way.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here comes another 0-2. Fouled away. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a pitch right there. You gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
Left fielder, Mitchell Bonner.
Dante Sample will come on out of the bullpen as he'll be appearing in his third game this season.
Number 62, Dante Sample.
In now, Mitchell Bonner, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. A 1 pitch on its way.
Ball, that's out. That's out.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. TJ Mercer will be next. 1 out, nobody on. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Rolled slowly down the third baseline. He's got it. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Up next for the Royals, the catcher, TJ Mercer.
Next up is TJ Mercer. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Here's the first pitch. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Ortiz able to track it down for the 3rd out. Royals go down 1-2-3. This game's all tied at 4. Mark Decker comes on to start the home 10th, and he's just hoping to get this one into the 11th inning. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Derek Shaw. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
The designated hitter, Derek Shaw.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Now the 1-0. Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
So the next to bat will be Marcel Montano. The winning run is at first base. Carlos Ortega will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 2, Carlos Ortega.
Here's the first pitch.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he'll be back in standing up. In the dirt. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And a huge mistake, as that's going to move the winning run into scoring position.
Well, I know what he was thinking there. The pitch before was way out of the zone, and he was hacking. So the pitcher says, hey, if he's going to swing at that, how about this? Solid strategy, except this time it didn't work out, and it's a wild pitch.
Now the 1-2 pitch to 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wanted to get the front door curveball on the inside corner there, but it backed up a little and stayed off the corner.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he's in there at third as the possible winning run. Next to hit is Kirby Ellis. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Possible winning run just 90 feet away here. 1 away. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Well, this is a strikeout situation, but it's also a ground ball situation. I expect we'll see a lot of pitches down in the zone trying to prevent the hitter from getting the ball up in the air.
Now a pitch out as they might have smelled the squeeze that time. Ripped down the first base line. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
And now maybe a mind game or two going on down there as he steps out a second time in the AB. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. A huge punch out there, and the winning run stays anchored at third with 2 gone.
Now batting,
got him
right
with a good
fielder,
high fastball
Evan
there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in
Renner.
strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
At the plate, Evan Brenner, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's got a chance to win it here, but with a couple of bases open, they might think about working around him. In there, 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Well, he's hoping to be a hero and drive in the winning run, but that swing tells me he's a little too amped up. You don't chase a pitch that badly if you're playing within yourself.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. Clearly fired up to work out of that jam. 10 innings in the books. On to the 11th. Still tied. Now at the plate is Peter Wynn. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Pitch on the way. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have the calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Into the box, Teddy Jefferson, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes this one high, 1-1. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box now, Benny Royal. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. To set, and the 1-0. This is in the air out to right field. Brenner gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. KC down in order. Score remains tied at 4. Logan Cash takes over now to start the home 11th, and he's looking to get this one to the visiting 12th.
Logan Cash.
Set now for the bottom of the 11th, and that'll bring in the first-year catcher, J.P. Humphries. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Andrew Zavala is up off the bench here to start the home half of the 11th as he'll try to get on base as the possible winning run.
Zavala.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. The 1-1. Grounded weakly toward third. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Now batting, third baseman, Clayton Janeway.
Next, here is Clayton Janeway. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
First pitch on its way.
Count 1-0.
To short, hit hard. Fielded cleanly. And that's the second out.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Gordon
Now back to
Landry.
the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Gordon Landry. He's 2 for 4 in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 1-0. Here it is.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Too high as he misses again here, and it's 3-0 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aborted first.
3 of those pitches were
Now
definitely
back.
out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
So now to the plate, Dean Summers. A pitch out, the throw, and they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Trying to move into scoring position with 2 away, but not to be as we get another look. 11 innings can't decide it. On to the
Your
12th.
attention, please.
Still tied.
Now catcher.
Andrew Zavala
Number
will remain in the
57,
game in the 8th
Andrew
spot and take over at catcher.
Zavala.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Julian Reyes. He'll lead things off now as we play inning number 12. And now the first pitch as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Count is 1-2 now. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Here's the pitch. And he missed with this one up around the noggin. Now it's full.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. A note now from the folks in programming. Due to the length of our contest this afternoon, our afternoon cooking program In the Kitchen with Scott Rohde will not be seen this afternoon. Ladies, don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger. Stepping in next, Joe Black. He could use a hit here. 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. First offering.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Now the 0-1.
1-1.
1 out, nobody on. swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Montano will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Homer Webster.
Striding forward now is the DH, Homer Webster. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Andrew May will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Andrew May.
He's set. Here it comes. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Ready with the 1-1.
That's Bolton.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent. Beware.
Swing and a liner, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. Still all square at 4 apiece. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the switch hitting shortstop, Dean Summers.
The shortstop, Dean Summers.
First delivery to him. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Going back is the right fielder at the track. Boom goes the dynamite. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get to extra innings, you're looking to piece together a rally or scratch any runs you can across the plate. But he says, hey, to heck with that. I'm going to do it with one swing of the bat. So a walk-off home run ends this thing in extras. That was fun.
A one-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Andrew May claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game. For the victorious Cleveland Indians, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For Kansas City, 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 18 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Chicago White Sox picked up 14 hits in total as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 7-4. The Minnesota Twins sent 3 balls into the seats as they sank the Mariners 13-1. Jack Dooley collected his first ever W at the big league level as the Orioles took down the Red Sox 4-3. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim grabbed 13 hits in the game as they blew out the Jays 10-3. The A's totaled 13 hits as a team as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 7-2. Fernando Sanchez launched 2 balls into the seats, leading Miami past the Mets 4-3. The Pittsburgh Pirates held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 2-1. The St. Louis Cardinals allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they got the best of the Brewers at home 4-0. The Rockies totaled 11 hits as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 4-3. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.